Dimitra is the all-in-one app empowering smallholder farmers around the world. The Dimitra platform is a smart farming solution designed to enhance global food security through sustainable agriculture, engaging the current and next generations of farmers, focused on driving economic development by transforming subsistence farming into profitable, economically viable businesses. The Dimitra platform is available on Android, iOS, and web versions, and is available in a growing list of languages. The platform is targeted at supporting developing nations to allow smallholder farmers to record their farming activities, create and receive detailed dashboard reports, and receive recommendations that will allow them to make informed decisions that directly impact their standard of living. Our farmer-first design philosophy focuses on user experience and transforming data into simple and actionable recommendations. We have a vision to democratize access to farming technology by making our Connected Farmer mobile application available to farmers in need globally. Our Connected Farmer platform provides a variety of functionalities to support a farmer running a small business. My Farm, where farmers are able to register their farm, set goals, establish geofences, order their supplies, manage their invoices, manage inventory and workers, manage maintenance and equipment, and create schedules. My Crops, where farmers can manage the cycle of specific crop generation, soil preparation, planting, irrigation, pest management, harvest, and storage. My Livestock. Farmers are able to register their livestock, make observations, including pictures or video, sell or trade their livestock, and audit their performance. In this section, they can also coordinate or integrate sensors with their livestock that can help with health analysis. My Documents, a place where farmers can keep copies of their permits, licenses, chemical safety information sheets, inspections, contracts, and agreements. Knowledge Garden, a growing repository of best practices on how to manage all of the elements of a farm, including crops and livestock, soil preparation practices, pest management. We also have technical reports, which help improve output, and much, much more. My Reports, a variety of reports aimed at providing insight to farmers regarding farm performance and recommendations on how to achieve their farm goals that they've established in the My Farm section. Join the Dimitra ecosystem and embrace our mission. Plant a seed, nourish it through active ecosystem participation, and watch the seed flourish. Our network is changing the lives of smallholder farmers, and together we can move mountains. Visit us at dimitra.io for more information.
All right, DMTR, Dimitra, I don't know. Kind of sounds Russian. Dimitra, DMTR, let's see, it's a token, doesn't have a blockchain. No, I'm kidding. All right, so it's up 21.88%. Volume is close to 4 million, 80% up on that. Has an unconfirmed market cap of 1.5 million. Self-circulating supply, again, that's unconfirmed, but that's self-reported, of 19,225,000. Max supply is at 1 billion. Total supply is at 60. Am I reading that right? So hold on. Max supply is 1 billion and total supply is 60 million. Interesting. All right. When did this thing come out? So it came out roughly, I don't know, sometime in September 2021. It looks like this might have been an airdrop. I mean, that's the way it's looking to me. Oh, this is a blatant rug pull, bro. I mean, you know how many projects look like that, right? You know, XRP looks like that. Literally, what? Jasmine looks like that. So I'm not saying that, guys. All right, so more info in regards to this. So currently, yeah, up to 21.2%, pushing up 8 cents. There's some of the live data. They don't have a summary up here yet. Okay, so Max literally has to take a deep dive into this. Okay, it's not a deep dive. It's an intro. Let's pull this up. Actually, let's see what's their community. Do they have a community? They have a community. All right, so they have a Twitter community. Let's see what's going on with that. They have 33,000 followers. Okay. All right, so we're going to jump actually to Um, the site, hold on a second. So what is this? Data-driven farming, increase yield, reduce costs, mitigate risk. All right, a lot of projects make that claim. All right, every smallholder farmer, regardless of economic status, should be able to benefit from simple, beautiful, and useful technology because when farmers thrive, economies thrive. All right, we are so excited. Oh, they were the winner of the W3B and Blockchain World 2022 Entrepreneurship Award in the Industry of Solutions category. Okay, that's cool. Dimitra Connected Farmer Platform. Let's see how long this video is. It's only 1:30. All right, so this is a brief intro. All right, let's go ahead and play this. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. This is the DMTRA news you're looking for. Lionel Richie. Here we go.
The world has a problem. Millions of smallholder farmers barely produce enough to feed their families. Why? They lack modern solutions to monitor crops and livestock, the means to preserve and restore the land, and chemicals, deforestation, and climate change create new threats. Without help, small farms will struggle to survive. At Dimitra, our connected farmer platform delivers blockchain, machine learning, IoT, and satellite data to smallholder farmers worldwide, empowering each user with cutting-edge technology and services. We generate value across a new ecosystem, value in which we all share as farmers, Dimitra token holders, and members of a global community, where each user, regardless of economic status, has access to simple, beautiful, and life-changing technology to increase yield, reduce cost, and mitigate risk. Crop after crop, herd after herd, season after season, Dimitra improves the lives of farmers worldwide.
Are you freaking kidding me? The tokenization of agriculture? The tokenization of farming? Let's freaking go. Let's find out more about this. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. Let's jump into this for a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's take a look into this. You got me interested already. All right, so let's pull this up a little bit more. And I think we're getting a little bit of lag. Hold on. Yeah, I think I might be getting a tad bit of lag going on. Oh, not good. I'll come out of the full screen. All right, Dimitra is how it's pronounced. Okay, so we're going to get more into this for just a brief bit. It's not going to be the deepest dive or anything. It's just an intro, okay? Everybody should do their own research. Just because I say let's freaking go doesn't mean let's go out and buy the whole thing, right? You got to do your own research. I'm not giving you financial advice. Are you kidding me? I just found out about this thing. You guys are requesting it. It's just an intro. All right, their applications. Global operating system for ag tech, obviously agriculture. Okay. Connected farmer platform, Dimitra's livestock guru platform, all sorts of stuff right here, right? It says Dimitra's connected farmer platform is available to farmers across the world. The platform is targeted at supporting small farmers to record their farming activities. Ooh, man, I got something juicy for you guys. If you remember doing remember if you stayed late for WrestleMania at the end, how I mentioned HNT. So let's read this real quick, but you got to check out my deep dive I did for HNT last video. You requested me looking at this. You might want to look into that. Anyway, the platform is targeted at supporting small farmers to record their farming activities, create and receive detailed dashboard reports, and receive recommendations that will allow them to make informed decisions that directly impact their profitability and standard of living. Wouldn't that be something if somebody had an HNT miner and they're tracking the farming activity? I should say tracking farming activity, but let's face it, a lot of these times you're way out in the middle of nowhere and there is no Wi-Fi and you're scraping data. To me, it's just like the two kind of go hand in hand. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic too much, but It says the platform integrates a series of advanced technologies, including AI, blockchain, satellite, drones, IoT. My God. Sensors provide farmers with actionable data that fundamentally improves their operations across several financial and sustainable metrics. All right, let's talk about the token, I guess. The DMTR token provides a catalyst that drives the ever-expanding connected farmer ecosystem. Dimitra launched a digital token to accelerate achieving our mission, enriching the lives of small to medium-sized farmers everywhere to grow economies around the world. All right, so what about token holders? How is this going to help them? Token holders help drive platform growth, ecosystem development, and expedite the delivery of our app to millions of farmers. Our token delivers great utility within our ecosystem, and the ongoing growth of our platform will create a compounding effect on the network for years to come. How so? Well, a little bit of what they explained in that video. There's some things in regards to the tokenomics. DMTR is the exchange-based utility token created on the Ethereum blockchain. That's the only thing. Why ERC20? Should have went with the XDC20, but I get it. Transactions are always verifiable and transparent via Etherscan and the Ethereum blockchain. Okay. So there's inquiries. Is there anything more in regards to this? I'm sure there's a white paper. There's got to be a light paper. It's got to be something, right? Let me see. All right, let's go further down. They do have a white paper. Let's check that out for a second. I'm not going to read the whole thing. How long is the white paper? Because a decent white paper is at least 20 pages. There's 58 pages. That's a good sign. All right, there's an introduction to this. Hold on a second. All right, just a second. Farmer first design. Hold on. Sorry, I'm kind of like speed skimming through this. Acceleration. I'm going to read this real quick. Acceleration, important. Let me blow this up a little bit more for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. Excuse me. Let's just blow it or turn it down just a tad. All right. An important element of inclusive ecosystem development is enhancing platform functionality. Dimitra is looking for innovative technology concepts from within global regions we operate. Companies will have the opportunity to participate in a 3-month mentoring and support program with the intention of developing an MVP and go-to-market strategy. They are looking for startups with innovative technology concepts that have the potential to change the world of agriculture. There's prizes. Wow, 10,000 prizes are available in 8 distinct regions with 100,000 available to the most impactful and innovative solution. That's pretty cool. All right, token participation. That's good to mention all that. Let's obviously when we want to know about the opportunity. So the Dimitra ecosystem grants are designed to spur economic development through agro-related job creation, skill development, and technology training. The ecosystem grants will subsidize the startup costs for thousands of budding agro entrepreneurs. Aha. This is kind of like the magic moment, if you will. So like even with Jasmine, right? They got the Jasmine grant. Remember how we made a big deal about that? Grants are the path forward for any particular project because it allows, it incentivizes projects to build on the platform. And then from there, whether it's with Jasmine or whether it's with Dimitra, right? They will handpick the ones that make the cut, right? And you're looking, of course, for ones that stand out. So that's a good thing. And I'm glad I'm pointing that out right here. But yeah, we'll subsidize the startup cost for thousands of budding agro entrepreneurs who are looking to start small businesses in support of Dimitra ecosystem. These agro service technicians are creating new jobs and are necessary to deliver the combination of on-ground services to maximize farmer success. If it was me and I was part of this particular team and I was like gung-ho Dimitra, it might be a case where literally you take this thing all across the United States, and you literally pitch the use case here of how this is going to be a win-win um, for the project of Dimitra, and obviously for farmers, right? Because I mean, we let's face it, guys. Come on, think about everything that's going on with supply chain problems for farmers, and you know, you name it. I mean, the whole thing with the bird flu is a different situation of, you know, farmers killing their hens and so on, because, you know, let's face it, the bird flu is a different situation. But if you can actually show solid, I guess you could say, use case for this platform, that could be pretty big in itself. Because when we talk about, you know, the whole use case for crypto, like what kind of utility does it have? Well, we already, you know, listed some use cases here. So the next step basically to me is adoption. So, I mean, I'm glad you guys are mentioning this, and obviously you're pretty gung-ho. How about this? These partners, it says, will inventory, install, and deliver sensors, conduct soil and crop analysis, operate precision drones, advise on irrigation, take genetic samples, and set up gateways and antennas. Our Dimitra Academy will train this global network of agricultural service providers who will also play a critical role maximizing the possible benefit that Dimitra can deliver. This invitation is for the change makers. Okay, we get that. I'm not going to jump into all this. So I want to see if there's any other particular areas part of this white paper for a second. Open hardware ecosystem, training program. That's always good things. No farmer left behind. All right. So they got a farmer points program and a farmer no left behind program. That is where I want to look at this real quick, because at the end of the day, if you can't have an aha moment for the guys that are doing the heavy lifting, if you will, the actual farmers, then you don't got squat. So let's jump to down page 42 real quick. And let's see where we're at real quick. So let's just type it in real quick right here. 42. Here we are. The Farmer Points Program. This is a deep dive. This turned into a deep dive. So you sparked my interest, and maybe I sparked some of you guys' interest as well. It's not part of the lineup, but you know what? The name of the show is called Do Your Own Research with Max. We are doing the research. So Farmer Points Program. Each farmer on the platform receives Dimitra points to incentivize their usage of the system. Rewarding behaviors which maximize farming results create an additional incentive to the farmer, which in turn increases farmers' outputs while reducing their costs and or mitigating the risk. The farmer can earn points by the following. I want to state this. The reason why we're outlining this, we could be raw. Oh, this looks cool. This is going to go to the moon and all those particular things as an investor. But at the end of the day, if this is designed for benefiting farmers, then you need that, like I mentioned, you got to have that aha moment, right? Where it's like, this could really help farmers, man. You're not understanding. Maybe obviously me, myself, and I, and a few other guys already realize it. That's why we mentioned this. So, or why you guys are mentioning this to us and for us to look into it. All right, registering and managing livestock. The farmer can earn points off of this: recording livestock births and purchases, recording veterinary checks, recording inoculations, recording feed and supplements, recording the sale of livestock, registering and managing crops, using the system functionality for field preparation, planting, harvest, and post-harvest activities, using the marketplace, posting an ad, buying through the marketplace, premium ads, get premium points, providing data via forums, sensors, devices, drone readings, satellite, and accompanying the IoT devices. Now, in regards to the points, it says they are recorded within the application itself and have a direct relationship to the Dimitra token. To minimize gas fees, I'm glad they're addressing this because this is ERC20. Okay, you caught my attention there. We use a roll-up function. It takes a snapshot of the centralized points ledger, and then we write that snapshot data as a cryptographic hash to the blockchain. 10% of Dimitra tokens are reserved to fund the farmer-based points platform, incentivize Dimitra ecosystem consumption. Dimitra tokens and points can be utilized to purchase agricultural services from other members of the Dimitra ecosystem. This assists in developing the business of ecosystem members and creates a sustainable network economy within the ecosystem. As demand grows, farmers will be incentivized to use the system more and more and earn to or buy more tokens in order to receive discounts on future Dimitra ecosystem services. Interesting. If you think about this, it's a totally different project. So BNB, right? With BNB, the only utility technically that the coin has is you get a discount on Binance, right, for holding the coin. This is a little bit similar, but obviously there's a lot more utility than that. Because at least these farmers are going to receive discounts for on future Dimitra ecosystem services. How about this Dimitra Impact Fund? No farmer left behind. There's a lot to it. To this. Hold on a second. One objective of Dimitra Investments is to leverage these funds by creating a consortium of government, industry, and aid organizations and NGOs. This combination of stakeholders with a group focus on specific agriculture projects creates multiple incentives for the farmer and greatly enhances the utility of the ecosystem, creating an increased demand for tokens. I like how they say that, because when it comes to any crypto project, if you don't have, you could have supply, but do you have supply and demand? And is it trending? Like they call the crypto trifecta. So that's good that they're addressing that. So creating increased demand for tokens provide for ecosystem participant usage, I should say, of the platform. Grants to governments are also converted to revenue for Dimitra, creating further functional development, which drives demand for token and point. Ooh, I like that. Why do I like that? Well, I'll state this. It's one thing to incentivize farmers, but it's another thing to get the government on board. Hence why, I know it's totally different, guys, but let's face it. Hence why we look at projects like DOGE. That's why we look at other projects that are tied into, for instance, maybe the government, right? So this has a lot of potential, obviously. These grants will be vetted based on their likelihood of providing effective assistance to smaller farmers, but also based on the program's capability to become self-funding within 24 to 36 months. Seriously? That's like, wow. That sounds like a long time, but it is not a long time. 10% of the released tokens will be reserved annually for operational grants. That's good. So they're preparing for the future. Dimitra will partner with developing nations. Developing nations, they're looking to go farther than that. They're just the US. That's bullish. All right. Connected farmer platform at a significant discount or free of charge to smallholder farmers. So unlike Walmart, right? Walmart's not with farmers, but you like the idea that they're not going to just backhand the smaller farmers, right? And just go with, ones that own thousands and thousands of acres or whatever, right? Supporting these smallholder farmers will create a cyclical effect of helping farmers break the cycle of subsistence farming. As they increase their revenues, the farmers will begin to procure additional technology from within the Dimitra ecosystem. Very interesting. All right. Let me see what else we got here real quick. Ecosystem grants. You can take more of your own deeper dive into this. Obviously, you should always check out any white paper. Token appreciation. Ooh, I do want to pay attention to this real quick. I know this is not part of the plan, guys, and it's okay. Let's talk about this real quick. Token appreciation. Dimitra's market opportunity is massive as we are operating in one of the world's largest untapped technology. This project in itself, you knew, if you think about it, right, eventually somebody was going to do something like this, right? The tokenization of agriculture. How many times have we mentioned on the show or in even other shows, right? The tokenization of anything and everything. Here's another perfect example of that. The tokenization of agriculture. There are more than 608 million family farms around the world, representing almost 3 billion people, occupying between 70-80%. We get it. There's a lot of them. But this interests me. Scarcity. finite supply of 1 billion tokens. Right, there's not that many of the tokens. This might interest somebody like Mike Cornwell, right? Schedule distribution. This might interest anybody in reality if you follow this stuff. Let's talk about the utility. We should talk about the utility. I'm glad I got to this part of the white paper. So utility, farmer point program, farmer receives points, converts. So here's the whole outline of the utility. I'm going to have to chop this up and put it into an intro video, by the way. I will do that. I don't know if I get it done tonight. I am so backed up on all the work I got to do, all the Jasmine videos, all that stuff I got to do. Anyway, utility, farmer point program, farmer receives points, converts the tokens, and spends them for agricultural services. They have validators and staking programs, sets up physical nodes and proof of work staking, which returns data fees in the form of Dimitra tokens back to the ecosystem. I mean, a lot of projects do that, right? What really separates this from the pack? Data exchange for farmer points is aggregated for anonymity. I never can pronounce that word right. I don't know why. And provided to universities. Ooh, governments. Ooh, returning revenue to the token network. Ooh, even if you only had 1 or 2 universities that would pick this up, that in itself would be big. And then if that snowballs and you get the government on board, a lot of people are like, well, isn't that counterintuitive? We want something decentralized. You're not looking at it from the right perspective. You're looking at it from the perspective that government being incentivized through some of the programs that are outlined here, right? We get the whole thing of like, oh, our government's anti-crypto. Well, if they're going global with this, don't look at it from, again, kind of like XRP. Don't look at it just like, oh, well, if XRP loses or Ripple loses, there's so many other countries in the world, right? There's another perfect example, right? Like they mentioned, they're going to take this thing worldwide. So agricultural service provider demand, service provides, receives Dimitra tokens for services, including goods and margin. Okay. Agri-finance demand, develop banks and aid organizations provide funding through the platform, which increases demand for Dimitra tokens. If anything, you do realize that they have a plan forward. They're not just winging it. This is a very well-written white paper. Hey, how about this, guys? You want an example of a well-written white paper? Here's a well-written white paper. This is not a light paper. You know how many times I've seen white papers from ERC20 projects? They're like, I'm like thinking to myself, this is not a white paper. It's like barely a light paper. This is a well-written white paper. So shout out to this team for doing a good job writing this. Government ministry demand. Governments provide additional incentives to farmers to participate in growing programs by adding valuable inputs such as seed, funding, training. This creates additional multiplier effects, expanding system usage. Investment leverage. Okay. I mean, that's good stuff. Consumption incentives, discount sensors, DNA testing, drones, you name it. Price mechanism. That's all good stuff. Software development demand. Okay. Microloan. All right, hold on a second. Token economics. There's a lot more. To me, these are areas where I don't know. I don't read some of my papers. Don't get me wrong. I might read close to the whole thing. Some of them, I'll be honest, I won't, because a lot of it's just super technical stuff. But those are the areas I think that we should all look at for the most part. Increased token consumption plus limited token supply equals increased token value. This solution allows us to enhance the lives of millions of Africans within the continent and in I can't even pronounce it, and help bring Africa's superfoods to a global market. This technology will empower our people and our farmers. See, I apologize. I was looking at it from the perspective of US. This is obviously not it. Empower people and our farmers. That's super cool. That is pretty darn cool. So, I mean, this is going to help some, African countries, right? That is awesome. All right, there's more details about all the, the economic growth. All right. So, I think for the most part, and let me jump out of this for a second. I think for the most part, we got this. except for the markets. Yeah, let's jump into the markets for just a brief moment. If you're wondering, if you're like, well, that sounds cool, where can I get this? Well, you can get this probably not on many markets. I'm wrong. But wait, there's more. You can get off a KuCoin? Really? A lot of volume on KuCoin. Well, I'll be darned. All right, so if you don't want to do centralized route, you can go decentralized with Uniswap. They're also on Gate.io and BKEX. If it was me, guys know me, I'd probably go with KuCoin. I'll be damned, man. No wonder you guys are talking about this. Well, hopefully that made your day. Shout out to you guys for introducing it to us. And there was my unofficial deep dive in regards to Dimitra. There's a lot of potential there. I just on the surface, I would say this looks like a pretty good project. I would want to personally look a little bit more into it. That's just me, I want to see some other particular people's breakdown and so on, and see if there's another like aha moment. But come on, the tokenization of agriculture, and this is going to help some African countries, their farming industry. All right. Well, thank you to you guys for bringing it to our attention. I am now probably over an hour behind in the comments now, but it's okay. Shout out to me, myself, and I, and whoever else basically was like, hey, man, DMTRA, you got to look into it. We definitely looked into it. So, or DMTR, excuse me. It's now definitely part of my list. I don't know if I we'll get into it right now, but there's so many projects I want to get into, basically. But I want to state this looks like a really good, solid project, and man, it's definitely unique, and that was a very well written white paper.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe for more information on the ISO 222 compliant tokens, and hit the notification bell to make sure that you are aware of the new videos when they come up. Max and I cover these ISOs, and we also have a live show every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in for that. You won't want to miss it. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next video.